Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. So today is Sunday and it's about 8 o'clock in the morning. As you can see, the 81st annual rally here at Sturgis is over, and I would say it was a resounding success. Speaking as someone who is coming for the very first rally, this is my very first, and I did not take part in many of the events like in depth, but I just have like an outsider's view of what happened here over the course of last week. So I will call it a resounding success. As you can see, they've already cleaned the streets from last night. That's a little bit of water left. The place is still very clean. As you can see, basically every about 20 feet there is a trash can, so people had trash in their hands. They didn't have to go very far before getting a place where they could deposit the trash. Telecommunications was very good. You can see they augmented the regular cell towers with these towers that you find on the rooftops, and I think this is just for the festival. After this, after the rally, they will be taken down. It's like on every rooftop around Main Street. This is the main area where the bikes get lined up on both sides of the street, in the center and then both sides. So I came in this morning and I was surprised, pleasantly surprised. Everything is gone. There was a whole bunch of cops at the stop signs, and all the cops are gone also. So it's quite a change. Let's move down here a little bit. So a few things I noticed here. If you're coming from a bigger city, you might be surprised if you have your cell phone and you run out of battery and your charge is low. There's almost nowhere around here where you can plug in your phone to get a charge. There's nowhere where you can get like the battery packs that store energy you can use to, plug your phone, get a little bit of juice. There's nowhere. So make sure you have your phone fully charged before you leave your hotel, your campground, your home. The other thing I found was I have never seen a larger collection of flip phones. You know, the old school phones that you flip open. I saw so many of those around here. It was crazy, but yeah, that's something interesting which I saw here. Most of the guys here, you must have noticed, they have beards. It seems like one of those things. The guys who come to Sturgis all have these impressive beards. I have one. I'm sporting a beard myself. For merch, since yesterday, Saturday, the price of merch has gone down tremendously. Like the t-shirts, they used to be like 3 t-shirts for $45, I think. Then they went now to 4 t-shirts for the same $45 or $30, depending on the quality. And speaking of the trash cans, you can still see they are here on the streets, both sides, just like I said earlier. So that really helped in keeping the streets really clean. And then for human waste, yeah, there's toilets. So you have this this is Main Street, and then behind Main Street you have a slew of porta potties. So they will have a battery of about 5 or 6, and then you go half a block, not even a full block, and then you have 5 or 6, half a block, 5 or 6, just like that, all the way in the back. And then on Lazelle, the next street is Lazelle, on this side, and Lazelle is quite a busy street. They have some there between the vendor lots. You have some of those porta potties, and then the street behind Lazelle also has the porta potties. So I mean, for human needs, everything was well taken care of. Food vendors, food vendors. You had many food stands, but there were certain areas like the between Junction Avenue and Lazelle that was a hot spot. You could go there and eat. One of my favorite places to eat was is Porky's, and that's where it's located. There was a flyover early in the week, some kind of memorial. I don't want to say something I'm not sure about, but I remember I think the mayor was here with some dignitaries, and then after they finished with the ceremony, there was a flyover by some US Air Force jets, 2 of those jets. It was amazing, a very solemn moment, but I think it was in honor of some fallen service members. May their souls rest in peace. So it was quite a surprise for me. Last night there were quite a few cops on the street. Cop activity also went up. I saw people being pulled over. Most of that I didn't see at the beginning of the week. Also on the interstate, I noticed they had cops stationed, but at the beginning of the week they didn't have any of that. It's like they actually encouraged people to drive safe and come here safely. But going back, they upped the checks and balances. So you can see some more of that telecoms equipment. My phone doesn't have 5G, but I would suspect within this little area here there must have been 5G signals, or there's still 5G signals to accommodate all the people who came into town. I noticed my uploads are kind of slow. Hey, are kind of slow. So that could be for a number of reasons, but I would imagine it's also because I do not have 5G. They provided services. There was a stand somewhere here, so there was a service where they could tow your bike, but I would imagine it's not cheap. And then there was also, if you're coming to Sturgis, this is a no-brainer. Plan on a budget and then double that amount, because most shops were closed. So if your car broke down or your bike broke down and you didn't have a plan B, like a solid plan B, then that would be a bad day for you. For me, I came here and my fuel pump died on me, and just that fuel pump was a $1,400 expense. It was, if you wonder what kind of vehicle it was, it is a Toyota Tundra, the second generation Toyota Tundra. The fuel pump was $800 for the pump, and the rest was for diagnostics and also removal and repair. Surprised me was I saw the guys on Lazelle. They packed up their merch in boxes. They boxed everything up, and most of it is marked with Sturgis 2021. So I wonder what they will be doing with it. Probably selling on eBay. And some of the leather vendors, they had very good quality stuff. The Sturgis RV Park, it's like the Rolls Royce of RV parks. I mean, I've never seen so many Class A's like I did this morning at that park. There's so many of them. Look at that flag. That's huge. Yeah, they had so many Class A RVs. I mean, I'm talking really high-end RVs. We're talking like Prevost, and yeah, that's the quality of RVs I saw there. And the most of the bikes were like road glides and street glides. You know, the high-end CVO stuff. Just around the corner, I don't know if we're there yet. Oh, it's right here. So this is a favorite place for breakfast. They're open early and they're quite popular. I've noticed many people come here for breakfast. Bottled water, $1. Yeah, they're taking down everything, and stuff is happening so fast. So you have the rally t-shirts, $15 or 3 for $40. They're pretty good stuff. It's really beautiful, high quality. And these leathers, they're so nice. I am sure this might be open for a while yet, because they have so much stuff. And most places, when you buy the badges, you can have them sewn onto your leathers. So they have some really nice ones here. Oh, these are nice. $29 only. Believe that? I just bought a pair of gloves from my Honda dealership. It was about, I think, about $100. Hi. So speaking again of Sturgis, I noticed that most of the people who came here, and this is just me, I didn't talk to the people, but I noticed they seem to be more independent kind of people, probably self-employed. So that's the vibe I got. I didn't go around polling the people asking them, but they all seemed kind of, you know, masters of their own destiny. So that's the vibe I got. And the people came from all over. There were guys from Florida. I spoke to one guy. He came with he had a Gixxer, a Suzuki, and he came all the way from Florida. Lots of people from Colorado, California, and Montana, of course, which is just nearby. I saw a couple of people from New York. So people came from very far. And what happens is at night, all these streets are completely vacated. You don't see any vehicles, you don't see anything. So my suspicion is that most of the people you saw on the night videos, either they live or they were camping in town, or they lived pretty close by. After a certain hour, people don't like getting on the road. The town people just disappear. The cars disappear from the street. And that's it. Oh, hot leathers. So I believe these guys right here have a permanent store right here on Main Street. Yeah, because they have so much merch. And the Sturgis Rv Park is just below that hill where you have the Sturgis name. You see it says there Sturgis Rv Park, and it's within walking distance to here, about a 3-minute walk. See, most of the guys are packed up and leaving town, and many people trailered. They have their bikes in the back, and that's their hotel. Everybody seems to be leaving town, as you can see. There's still a few bikes around, but I guess most who had to go to work left a bit early to make it back to their destinations by Monday. But you can see most of these trailers have bikes in them. And then I know there were some concerns about the virus and the variants that's going around. I would say I didn't see people being very touchy. People kept mostly to themselves. And I myself, I am vaccinated. I've taken my 2 shots a couple of months ago, which is one of the reasons why I could feel comfortable coming out here. And I'm pretty sure most of the people here are also vaccinated. I would say the governor, the mayor, and the police chief, and even the citizens of Sturgis all came together in a great way to make this rally a success. It was so great seeing all these people outdoors, just enjoying the nice weather. This is a scary guy. He detects when you walk by and he talks to you. Zoltar. Two dogs. And one other thing I noticed, most of the newer bikes, all the times you saw the guy stopped, it was for gas. But a few times I saw guys doing repairs and it was on the older Harleys. So it just goes to say, if you have a bike that's a little bit older, even if it runs like a top, I would hesitate a little bit to take it on an extensive trip, like going 1,000 miles or 500 miles to come out here to Sturgis. But newer bikes like this, I believe that's a I don't know my Harleys, pardon me, but I believe that looks like I would say it's a touring road glide, and this one also should be the same thing. I know the Harleys should have the sports stars, and then you would have the cruisers, and then you have the touring bikes. The touring bikes being the biggest, like this one, and some people call them the full baggers or the dressers, because they have everything, you know, with the fairings, Bluetooth, and speakers with volume control for the passenger in the rear. Most of the time they will have a control. So he even has a spare tank for 1 or 2 gallons of gas. So this would be a full dresser ready to go touring. And the tech in the new bikes, it's crazy. Some of the CVO bikes, that's the custom vehicle operation bikes, they even hit the peg on like mid to high 40,000s. So you get them for like 48,000, 49,000. It's insane. But I mean, people actually love their V twins and they buy those. See quite a few of the Milwaukee 8 engines. Oh, he almost tripped. Oh yeah, she saved him. So here you have your leathers. And like I said earlier, most of those that you see there is merch that has been boxed up, and I guess they're closing up. T-shirts are now $5 a piece. That is amazing. That's a bargain right there. Huh. Wow. I saw a few rare bikes like the Royal Enfields. Good. Okay. He has his little camper in the back. Spare tires. I'm sure he put on some new ones. And his body. Straight from Minnesota. This should be a Victory bike. No, it's an Indian. Another Indian. Indian does really excellent bikes, but they just lack the pedigree of Harley Davidson. So for some reason, the Harley purists all insist on getting Harleys. That's a Road King. So this is how the guys park. You can see most of them have their cup holders to drink, some kind of beverage when they're riding. I think he has air horns right there. And these bikes are really heavy. They touch, so most of them, they are above 700 pounds. So they are quite heavy. But you don't feel the weight because, as you can see, the weight is slung very low in the chassis. So you don't really feel that weight. You'll see many RVs here, UTVs, because they are street legal in South Dakota. Sturgis t-shirts. Nice little bike, yeah, CBR 300. From the Black Hills and Sturgis Rv broadcast studios at the world famous Knuckle Salon. This is KNKL, the Knuckle. Best way to travel, haul your bike in the back. I do not think it actually rained here this week. Temperatures were very high though, but it's not unheard of that it rains here during the rally. It's good to be prepared. So these are one of the newer bikes, as you might see with the CVO program, and these ones are quite reliable and pretty good. Old school truck with a nice patina. Nice bike. And it's only 8:41, but already 80 degrees. Surprising that before too long you will have to layer up to step out here in South Dakota. Free shipping, continental US. Huh. I wonder what the catch is. And listening to the Harley sounds, I've heard so many of them here. It has kind of gotten me a bit used to it, but anybody who's been listening to metric bikes or is used to metric bikes, like I grew up in Africa, you get more used to the BMW type engines. So when you hear a Harley for the first time, it sounds like the the engine is sputtering and will shut down any moment on you, but it doesn't, because that's the way it's designed to sound. It's just the firing pattern that makes it sound that way, but it's such a contrast with something like an engine from the BMWs. And also, most of the Harleys you see here, they have modified exhausts, so they sound much louder. If you hear the police Harleys that they had around here, they were very, very tame, almost quiet. Cleaning up. And during the rally, Main Street is not accessible to vehicles, to cars, except just motorbikes.